This is hardcore Minecraft, where my furnace array is kind of abysmal. So today, I'm testing some of Minecraft's fastest furnace arrays, starting with level 0. It's not even automatic. As the video continues, each smelter becomes more advanced, and by the end of the video, I will have answered the question, what is the best super smelter in Minecraft? To build these smelters, I need an area to build. Luckily for me, I have some room under my cliff. I guess I'll start back here and work my way towards the middle. Level 4 is where I start building what we typically refer to as super smelters. All I need is a line of hoppers, a line of furnaces, some more hoppers, and redstone to send the minecarts. So now if I put some items in these chests, the chest minecarts stop to pick up the items, and then they fill up the furnaces. Every furnace has the same, every furnace has the same number of items, and the smelted items flow into this chest. But I can also do this with 16 furnaces, so now 2 lines of hoppers go into this chest, and that's pretty much the gist of it. Almost every furnace array works by sending minecarts across the furnaces, one for the input, one for the fuel, and one for the output. The problem is, how do you get the items to exponentially more furnaces? That's why for level 6, I have to use a different rail setup, although I am out of powered rails, so I need much more gold. And some quartz. By the way, you get more gold if you smelt the ore rather than using fortune. That also gives me an excuse to use the smelter. Doubling the size once again, level 6 has 32 furnaces. I accidentally paused my recording, so here's a replay. Writing myself a note here because the minecart loading system doesn't quite work the same in this version. Well, that didn't work. Why is the redstone block not opening the gate? That's because these are meant to be slabs. Let's try this again. Release the minecarts, load items into the chests, and they've each taken 32 items. That's, oh, I should not stand here. It seems to be working. Cool, all right. Level 6 is complete. Moving on to level 7, I once again need more redstone materials, and I'm out of wood. Okay, I guess I'm using the tree farm. Editor AGN here. I didn't know it yet, but I have to do so much AFKing in this video. So if you're wondering how I get bulk amounts of wood or redstone or whatever, I have farms for that. Looks like I have enough iron. I think this is enough hoppers, but I don't have enough gold or quartz. And that should be everything I need for this one. Level 7 has 64 furnaces. I've actually built this smelter before, not in like a hardcore series, just a regular world. It's a good design, but I have to keep tabbing out to watch the tutorials, so maybe a replay would be better again. I think this is the last of the redstone. Now here comes the part I'm not so excited about. I have to fill each one of these furnaces with a stack of coal, and this is obviously not enough wood for that. So I have to turn this wood into charcoal and then use the charcoal to smelt more wood that I'm turning into charcoal. And I need 182 stacks. Finally, I have all the fuel. Now I can put it in the minecarts and they should leave, which they are not. Wait a minute, I forgot about the fix for newer versions. That should work now. And these minecarts go here. Oh, that redstone block can't go there. There we go. Now the system should work. What's something I can smelt? Netherrack, that works. I should just put this in here. And look, it's going. It's going. I think it's working. Oh, there's the items. That should be everything. And that's it. All 7 stacks. All right, level 7's complete. Let's switch gears for a moment because last episode I found a woodland mansion and I'd like to have a totem again. I haven't had one for like 2 episodes now. I would just use a raid farm, but I feel like doing it this way is more balanced. I just got to get in, fight the evoker, and get out. Creeper. Aw, man. There's another one, too. Oh, okay. I'm glad I had a chestplate on. What's up, Vindicator? Oh, okay. I thought they dealt more damage, honestly. But anyways, there's an evoker here. Just gotta get the totem. Okay, Vexes. Did that arrow just bounce off him? Trying to see if I can find another evoker. Oh, there's one. Can I just shoot him? Vexes spawned anyways. Darn it. Yo, where did that come from? There's got to be one outside or something. I don't see anyone. Oh, what the heck nah? I'm gonna fly down here, see if the evoker's inside. Found him. Get out of here. Give me a totem. Skeleton. Ow. Oh gosh. Oh wait, there's another one. Give me that. Get me out of here. No, I'm done with that. I got 4 totems, so that's good. I could go for a 5th, but 4 is plenty. Let's switch gears again because I'm at the point where charcoal is just not viable for the upcoming furnace arrays. For reference, it took me 2 hours to get all that charcoal for level 7. Level 8 is twice as big. Obviously, that means a wither skeleton farm, but unlike last episode, and the one before, I'll make sure this one is far away from any old chunk loaders. Once I found a fortress in a soul sand valley, it was time to collect some materials. One thing I need for this is like 4,000 nether bricks. If I grab some shulker boxes though, I could just mine up some netherrack. And I just realized how long that would take. I'll just mine nether bricks from the fortress. I will grab obsidian though, and I'll smelt the netherrack I just mined. That'll at least get me a few stacks of nether bricks. Hello turtles, I need your eggs. There's only 4 here. I wonder if I could find more turtles somewhere else. Wait, what? Why are there bees here? Any turtles this way? I don't see any. Oh, Wait, there's a monument. It's like right here. And there's my mushroom island. You know how many times I've flown past this area? Well, anyways, I don't see turtles anywhere else, so I'll just work with the ones I have. Nether bricks are the last thing I need, so ow, what the? Mining nether bricks. This is so boring. That should be the last of it. However, I forgot to mention that I also need a mob switch. Yay. If you don't know what a mob switch is, it's where you fill up the hostile mob cap so no monsters can spawn. Normally, you would use zombie villagers, but I found a design that uses aggression instead. So, instead of painstakingly converting 70 villagers into zombies, I just need normal zombies to chase after a turtle egg. After finding a place far enough away to build it, I set up a chunk loader, with one side luring the zombies to the nether, and the other side luring them to a chamber. I can't do anything until it turns night though, and there is ice here. How is there ice in a plains biome? Might as well collect some since I'll be needing it later. That's pretty much the last of it. I got a full shulker box. Nighttime is almost here, so I'm gonna AFK to get all the zombies. Looks like it worked. I have to have like 100 zombies in there, so surely that means it works now. Bruh, really? Chicken jockey. The mob switch should work, so now I can build the wither skeleton farm, and no mobs. We're in the clear. I need to find an area to build, and I'm using a mod called Mini HUD for that. Basically, it shows me the bounding box of the fortress, and I can figure out where to build the farm. It seems like this is a good spot. To give you an idea of what 4,000 nether bricks looks like, I have to fill all of this in. I guess now is a good time to explain how this farm works. This farm has 8 nether portals, each with an iron golem on top to lure in the wither skeletons. Moss carpets keep magma cubes from spawning, and turtle eggs lure away zombie pigmen so that they despawn. Skeletons, on the other hand, aren't as simple, since I actually need striders to stop them from spawning. For once, striders have a use. Apparently, if you have like 35 striders, skeletons just don't spawn nearby. I'm not gonna pretend like I know how this works. I couldn't even find anything on the wiki, but as long as skeletons don't spawn, whatever. After I brought striders up to the overworld, I put them in a pen on the nether roof and built up the overworld side of the farm. Of course, I built up a killing chamber on the nether roof, set up storage, put in item filters, and I need a new sword. Okay. There we go. That should be the last item filter. And I forgot the outer ring of moss carpets. The last thing to do is breed up all the striders. Looks like I have about 40 in here, so I should have enough. I sure hope so, because I'm turning off the mob switch. I'm going to use free cam to check, but there are no skeletons. All right, looks like we're good. So if I turn on the farm now, I can use the armor stand to kill the wither skeletons. So I kill the wither skeletons and their items get chucked along the filters. Yeah, in a couple of minutes, I already have like 7 stacks. This is so much better than using charcoal. Moving on to level 8, we're now in the triple digits, with this array having 128 furnaces. Fortunately, I have just about everything on hand, aside from wood, because like, of course I don't have wood. Starting to get a little cramped here, so I'm moving to the other side. Well, it's not really cramped, but I have to save room for the next one. Looks like this is where I'm gonna build it. It'll be easier to build if I fill this in. Believe it or not, this one's actually simpler than the last smelter. Well, it's more straightforward at least. I don't have to like follow a tutorial every 2 seconds. Oh boy, time to place in 2 stacks of furnaces. And then I'll forget about them like 2 minutes later. I really hope adding all these hoppers isn't gonna make my base laggy. I mean, laggier than it already is. Now I've got to place in hopper minecarts to disperse the items. The heck? How'd it go backwards? There we are. Now I can use pistons to lock them in place. So even though they're inside the glass, they can still pick up items, and each one of these hoppers will get the same number of items. I also have to do that on this end. Then there's some other redstone, yada yada, whatever, you don't care. Chest minecarts go under the hoppers, and the last rails go here. This is what it looks like. These smelters are starting to get pretty big. So this chest is where the input goes, and then down here is where I chuck in the fuel. Oh wait, I completely forgot to set up the output chests. Okay, the smelted items should go into the chest, but obviously there's only one way to test that. Oh, I still need fuel. At least this one doesn't need a stack for each furnace, which means this is really all the coal I need. Simply dump it all in here, put sand in the input chest, and the chest minecarts distribute the items. So every time that repeater clock cycles, the minecarts are sent out. Oh, there's no coal in the furnaces. Hold up. Why are these not go? Oh. Bro, okay. Smelted items are getting dispensed. Good. And they're going in the output chest. Perfect. 8 stacks of glass in only a couple minutes. I'll take it. Level 8 is complete. All right, I'm ready for level 9. Good thing I don't have to build a farm again, right? Right? Yeah, so after AFKing the witch farm, stone farm, and tree farm, I realized I needed 967 powered rails, which is like 15 stacks of gold ingots. As much as I'd love to get that by hand, I think I'm better off building a simple farm for it instead. Don't worry, I'm not building anything crazy. That'll be next episode. All I had to do was dig out like 4 chunks, build a portal, and build an AFK platform. However, when I went to build the overworld side... Okay. Let's, I hope this works. It works! It actually works. Now that I had a working gold farm, I just had to sit here, kill the pigmen, and throw out the junk items. There were a lot of junk items. That should be all the gold I need, so I can craft my 15 stacks of powered rails. Oh crap, wait, do I not have enough sticks now?
Imagine having enough gold, but not enough sticks.
Hold on.
I was about to make a wood farm.
I have 3 wood farms. I have 4 wood farms.
Weird flex, but okay.
With that out of the way, it's time to build level 9, which will have 320 furnaces. Level 9 is a bit different since this one takes shulker boxes as the input instead of just normal items. Unlike other smelters in this video, this one uses a chest boat to distribute the fuel. That's because the hitbox is wide enough to touch 3 blocks, so I can put hoppers on either end. Hopper minecarts not only distribute the input, but pick up the output as well. A cart yeeter recirculates the minecarts while sending the smelted items to a storage system I haven't built yet. I wanted to use a shulker box loader to pick up the items since the input relies on shulker boxes. I tried designing one myself, even looking at other designs and attempting to modify them, but none of them fit with what I needed. I eventually settled on a 3-wide loader I just had a schematic of for like a year and a half. I didn't come up with this design, but I cannot for the life of me find where it came from. So if you know who designed this shulker box loader, please let me know. I have about 20 shulker boxes right now, but I'm definitely going to need more if I want to use this thing. Good thing I have a shulker farm. 2 stacks should be more than enough. And the output system is done. Before I can use it though, I need more coal from the Wither Skelly farm. And before I run that farm, I should get myself some beacons so I don't die. One day I'll do a proper wither fight, but that day is not today. And I need more obsidian. Beacons are now acquired, and the iron farm has plenty of iron. So now I can set up a few beacons for the gold farm, and some for the wither skeleton farm. Pressure plates might also be a good idea. Don't want anything spawning on this. But now that I have beacons, I can go AFK for a very long time. If this isn't enough coal, then I don't know what is. All right, that's the last of the coal. I'm gonna get a full shulker box of sand so I can test this thing out. There we go. I've got my box, and let's see if this thing works or if I just wasted the last 5 hours. Looks like the minecarts are going. Then they come back, and another one goes. Minecart number 4, and the chest boat's coming back. Looks like everything's working. Oh, wait, the items haven't been picked up. I didn't put enough minecarts down here. Whoops. Let me, go get more. Seems like the shulker box loader's working. Now there should be enough. I filled up both the dispensers, so they should be good. Oh. That is not good. Why are they even stuck? Whatever, I can fix that later. The important thing is the smelter works. I got my shulker box of glass, which means I count level 9 as complete. And that is the last smelter going under my cliff. Before I build level 10 though, I think I need a proper entrance to this area. Nothing special, just a mixture of stones with a small staircase out the back. So when I fly in, it actually looks somewhat intentional that there's a hole in my cliff. Throughout this video, I've shown you 9 different furnace arrays, with each one bigger and better than the last. But if I combined all of them into one smelter, it'd only be a third of the size of the next smelter, since level 10 is none other than cubic meters 1728 furnace array. That's an entire shulker box full of furnaces. This is the largest furnace array in Minecraft, smelting over 600,000 items per hour. Of course, to build something this big, I need a better computer, apparently. Wait, 43,000 blocks, 8,000 powered. Okay, hold on a second. I don't remember it being this big. I can't just not build the thing. That's like the whole point of the video. Genuinely, what am I gonna do? I thought this would be like a couple hours to get this stuff, but I have to AFK like all night just for the redstone. Like the smaller stuff I have, that like this isn't a big deal. It's just messy. Dispensers are stupid. I need like 4 stacks of strings. So that's gonna take me forever to get all the spiders. Glow lichen isn't too bad. I can shear this. It's not like I'm low on honey, and it's not like slime balls are a problem. But I need like 3 shulker boxes full of pistons. I do not have the redstone for that. I hate AFKing because then I'm inflating my day count, but then there's really nothing else I can do. This is all my wood. I don't even have the composters I need. Like I literally can't do anything. Admittedly, I do that kind of stuff behind the scenes more often than I care to admit, but I just don't like AFKing in my world. If I say I survived 1,000 days, then I want to actually have been doing stuff in those 1,000 days, not just sitting in a box while a farm does everything for me. I mean, you could argue that I'm doing something by going back and forth to collect more bone meal to keep running the wood farm, but that's only for like 2 seconds. I read all the comments on my videos, so I know some of you don't like mods like FreeCam and Lightmatica, and I do try to take that into consideration. That's why I know some of you will be upset about me going AFK for so long, but I just can't do anything about it. There's no way I could get the resources faster by hand than I would by using the farms. After all, that's what the farms are for. It's probably not a big deal to most of you, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of me questioning like my videos and how I'm doing stuff. By the way, don't set up your redstone like this. I don't even want to imagine how many redstone blocks I just lost. Listen, I know this was a big tonal shift in the video, but as bad as my upload schedule is, I at least owe you some transparency. Most of you aren't subscribed, by the way, so if you are enjoying my little rant and want to drop a like, please. And if you're not mad at me for any of that, I appreciate it. Although I did build a rail duper to get the 8,300 powered rails. I'm sorry, okay? Finally, I have everything. I spent more time getting resources I don't even have room to hold everything. As you can see, all 40 whatever thousand blocks have been collected. Dirt right there. You can see the dirt is where I want the smelter to be. That way it can fit on the map and it'll look cool. I don't think I've ever collected more items for a single build than I have in this video. I think it goes without saying, I'll be using Lightmatica for this one. This is about where I want it. Indubitably, there are trees in the way. Lighting this area up would also be a good idea. Looks like that's good now. Of course, I had to move these boxes down because I broke the tree they were on.
12 seconds later.
I believe that is everything. So now it is time to build level 10. Okay, other than these hopper clocks, I think the actual structure should be done now. Not gonna lie, if this thing doesn't work, I don't know if I can fix it. Tell you what though, this thing won't work at all if it doesn't have any fuel. I only need like 90 shulker boxes of coal. Hopefully I won't have to come back here. Before I AFK for many hours, I've got to refactor the storage. No way are these chests holding all the coal I need. Auto crafting the coal into blocks and then putting those blocks into boxes might be the best move. That way I have enough inventory space to bring the items back. Wait a minute, do each of these really need its own box loader? Probably not. Okay, one box loader for the auto crafters. Might have overestimated how fast this farm is. And as I went AFK, I passed a new milestone in my world. Wait, it's day 693. That's how many days I survived in season 1. I didn't think this would be the episode where I passed that. Wow. And that's day 700. And that should be enough AFKing. That was oddly even. How many nuggets? Did I ever explain that this has gold nuggets? Pigmen were coming through, so I changed the filter for that. 11 boxes of coal blocks is enough, I'm pretty sure. If it's not, then it's day 720. It better be enough. It's not enough. The reason why is each one of these needs a box of coal because these load up the chest mine carts that fuel the furnaces. And then this one you saw actually provides the coal that goes to those chest mine carts. But until this chest is full of shulker boxes of coal, I can't start the machine. Boy, this is fun. Here's 2 boxes and here's 3 more boxes. Just got to convert it into regular coal, put them in here, and I have enough coal. Next up on the list is empty shulker boxes, but those were the only 2 I had, which means another trip to the shulker farm. If this isn't enough, I don't know what is. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 stacks of shulker boxes. So they should all be in the hoppers. Oh, I've made a mistake. Okay, these all have about the same number of shulker boxes. However, despite me saying that it's the last time, I need to go back to the shulker farm. Surely this time it'll be enough. These should be the last shulker boxes. Almost forgot to reset these box loaders, by the way. Don't want to risk any of these being non-empty. By the way, I've also been putting hopper minecarts in the system as I go, since I've been running the iron farm whilst doing all this. I thought I had enough, but I forgot about this giant dropper line that's like 70 blocks long. Each dropper needs 9 minecarts, by the way. So what I've been doing is I've been crafting a bunch of hoppers, and then I just throw the minecarts on the ground. Then I just do this. Hope you can understand why I didn't include much of this part. And then I just fill up the shulker boxes. So right there was 9 shulker boxes of hopper minecarts, and then I pause my recording so you don't get to see the last 4 times I went back down to craft more. By the way, easy shulker boxes, best mod ever. I realized I could just do this and not place the shulker box down each time. Believe it or not, that was the last dropper. Oh my gosh, I actually filled them up. I know to you that was like 2 seconds, but for me that was like 2 hours. Oh, don't forget these. This is for the input system. So I have hopper minecarts for the input, hopper minecarts for the output, and then they just circulate around the... I'll show you when I test it. It'll be cool. Before I test it though, I had to add in some final touches. Lighting up the top, fixing chest minecarts, filling the composters for comparator outputs, resetting the shulker box loaders, realizing I messed up the input system. Wait, huh? It was just moving items, don't worry. A build like this is simply too big to cover every last detail. So if you want to know more about any of the redstone I've used in this video, I have links in the description to everything I've used. Except for that one shulker box loader. I can't for the life of me find where that's from. But that is everything. So let's see if it actually works. 12 shulker boxes of cobblestone, and I had to put in shulker boxes, not items. That light is on, meaning I have enough fuel. All I have to do is put the boxes in the input chest, and they get sent up into the system. There go the minecarts. That is actually really cool. I should probably not stand here. Furnaces are smelting. That's a good sign. Oh, right there, you can see one of the minecart boxes. So the minecarts go and put raw items in the furnaces, then they're sent to a cart yeeter, where they're then sent again to pick up the smelted items, put through another cart yeeter, and then those minecarts are sent back up to the top, while the smelted items get loaded into the shulker boxes at the bottom. This is so cool, look at this. Then they're sent off again. That is really neat. But more minecarts aren't coming. Why did they stop? I'm not sure, but I'll just send them off again. Are these good? Yeah, these are fine. It's a bit finicky, but we have more boxes than I put in. Okay, it looks like some pistons either broke or I dropped them in the system when I was building it and they just got flushed out. Looks like I'm missing some. Wait, no, it's right here. That should add up to be another box. Yes. So I got all 12 boxes of stone back, but I don't know why I messed up. Well, guess I'll try it again. I'm looking through FreeCam and I don't see anything that's wrong. Yeah, the shulker box loaders are working. There's some smooth stone and I got a box not filled all the way. Dude, what? Yet the other boxes coming in are full. And there's the 12th box. So I have 11 boxes full and 1 box not full. Pressing the buttons down here one more time. My guess is something got stuck like last time because it worked better this time around. And they're all completely empty. You know what? You know what? I give up. They're probably stuck in a furnace somewhere. I don't know. It mostly works. That's good enough for me. Boom. It's on a map now. It's the size of my farming island. Wow. Took 200 days to build that, by the way.